Question number 12, John Hayes.
My question, Speaker, is to the Minister of Customs. What is the government doing to improve border processing?
Honourable Maurice Williamson.
Mr. Speaker, I announced yesterday that SmartGate, which is Customs' automated passenger processing system, is now open to United States and UK travellers with an e-passport. However, Mr. Speaker, I have also seen a report that in the unlikely event of a Labor government getting elected, the number of UK and US people wanting to even come to New Zealand might be small enough that we can process those by hand.
Supplementary question, John Hayes.
What information has he seen regarding the success of SmartGate?
Honourable Maurice
Speaker,
Williamson.
there's overwhelming evidence of its success. Since 2009, more than 6 million New Zealanders and Australians have used SmartGate when arriving. That is way ahead of initial estimates, and now, sir, with the one terminal SmartGate Plus, which is the one-stop shop, we have already had 13,000 people using that through the departure.
Order. I have received 2 letters from Dr. Russell Norman seeking debates under Standing Order 386. The first letter relates to actions of the New Zealand Defence Force in acquiring information about the phone calls of a New Zealand journalist and in identifying New Zealand investigative journalists as a, quote, subversion threat. I agree with the member that the requirement of recent occurrence refers to when the member becomes aware of the matter rather than when it actually occurred. However, the making of an allegation can never constitute a particular case of recent occurrence for which there is ministerial responsibility, and I refer the member to Speaker's ruling 1891. An urgent debate is a way of holding the government accountable for an action for which it is responsible. There must be a distinct government responsibility for this particular case which it is sought to debate. While I accept the Minister is responsible for defence orders which refer to a threat from certain investigative journalists, these were first issued in 2003. They alone cannot constitute a case of recent occurrence. The application is therefore declined. The second letter relates to the releasing of a press gallery journalist's phone records by Parliamentary Service. There is no ministerial responsibility for the actions of Parliamentary Service. The Speaker is responsible, not the government. The application is also declined.
Point of order.
Point of order, Dr. Russell Norman.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your consideration of my applications. As a point of clarification, you said with regard to the first application that I can only be responsible in terms of timeliness when we became aware of it. And we only became aware of this particular part of the defence manual on the weekend. So in your ruling, you said this defence order dates back some years. How can that possibly be relevant to turning down my application when it's very clear that the application depends on when I became aware of it? It was only possible to become aware of it on Sunday.
I don't think it is helpful to debate these matters on the floor of the House. The member is certainly welcome to come and talk to me after question time. The important point here is for the member to have a look at Speaker's ruling 1891. It's not the issue of when the allegation was made for which there is ministerial responsibility. I call on Government Order of the Day number 1.